Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a common scooter issue that can be incredibly frustrating: the bogging carburetor. You know the problem: your scooter fires right up, but the moment you give it some gas, it just bogs down, struggles, and ultimately dies. This often leaves you stranded and wondering what's wrong. Well, let's get this fixed and get you back on the road. First things first, and as always, safety is paramount. Before you even think about touching anything, make sure your scooter is parked on a level surface, and the engine is completely cool to the touch. This prevents any potential burns. Next, disconnect the negative terminal of your battery. This crucial step prevents any accidental shorts while you're working, keeping you and your scooter safe. Now, let's locate the carburetor. It's usually a small, metal box that's strategically connected to the engine and the air filter. It's the heart of the fuel and air mixture, so it's a critical component. Okay, time to remove the carburetor. This can vary slightly depending on your scooter model, but the general process remains the same. Typically, this involves removing a few hoses, cables, and possibly some bolts. Before you start disconnecting anything, take detailed pictures. These photos will be your best friend when it comes to putting everything back together. They're an invaluable visual reference. Carefully label each hose and cable with tape and a pen to avoid any confusion later on. Pay particularly close attention to the fuel line. Have a clean container ready to catch any spilled fuel. Always be mindful of flammable liquids. Once you've disconnected everything, gently remove the carburetor, being careful not to damage any surrounding components. Now, for the satisfying part: cleaning the carburetor. I'm betting the problem lies in here. Find a clean, well-lit workspace and get your carburetor cleaner spray ready. It's an essential tool for this job. Carefully disassemble the carburetor, taking meticulous notes on how the parts fit together. A small tray or container to hold the parts as you disassemble them will also prove useful. There are usually several very small jets and intricate passages inside, all designed to control the precise flow of fuel. These tiny jets are notorious for getting clogged with gunk, varnish, and debris, which leads to the bogging down issue. Carefully spray carburetor cleaner into all the jets and passages, ensuring thorough coverage. If you have access to compressed air, now's the time to use it. Use the air to blow through the jets and passages, making absolutely certain they're completely clear of any obstructions. Pay extra special attention to the pilot jet, as this tiny jet is often the primary culprit for bogging issues and rough running. Don't overlook it. Next, inspect the float and needle valve. These components are responsible for regulating the fuel level in the carburetor bowl. Make sure they're in good condition, move freely without sticking, and aren't damaged or worn. If you discover any damaged or worn parts, consider replacing them now rather than later. Once everything is meticulously cleaned and confirmed to be completely clear of debris, carefully reassemble the carburetor, referring to your pictures and notes for guidance. Double-check all connections to make sure everything fits correctly and is properly seated. Reinstall the carburetor onto the scooter, reconnecting all the hoses and cables in the exact correct order you took them off. This is where your photos and labels will prove incredibly helpful. Double-check all connections again, this time to ensure there are no fuel or air leaks. You really don't want to have to do this again. Now, reconnect the battery and try starting the scooter. Cross your fingers and hope for a smooth start. If it starts up and runs smoothly, congratulations, you've likely solved the problem. However, if it still bogs down, you might need to make some adjustments to the carburetor settings. Consult your scooter's service manual, or do some research online to find the specific instructions for your model. Remember, patience is key throughout this process. It might take a few attempts and adjustments to get it running perfectly. And that's okay. Thanks for watching, and I truly hope this helped you get your scooter back on the road and running smoothly again.